Into another edition of Nuffle Be Praised Blood Bowl here. I'm Stymie alongside my stalwart companion, the NBP Commissioner Dalt, MC.
How's it going, everybody? Y'all
We
doing all
are,
right?
we are awaiting a semifinal matchup in the Ronnie Rott B block between Real World Hades and was it Stark Raving Dead? Right?
Night of the Raving Dead.
Night of the Raving Dead. Night of the Raving Dead. So close. Featuring Bort and Kami. And
This is like a season 1 rivalry right
this
here.
This is an old school knockdown drag out NBP rivalry. I'm going to try to pull up my chat, but my phone is plugged in and my battery is low, so I apologize in advance if I don't respond to people's questions and chats as efficiently as I should. Okay, just pregame here. Normally, Doll, tell us a little about NBP. Gas everybody up while I'm trying to figure this out here. We're waiting for messaging Kami here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so currently we've got the Nuffle Challenge Series, which is our pro playoffs going on. The New World side of things actually just played tonight. That was Shushnik and his Tour like Blackhawks up against Knockout Joe. And the JoJo reference, that's our North American conference here in the Pro League. And Shushnik actually won 2-1 late in the game to advance to the finals. And I believe that's his first conference championship as well as his first finals appearance. So he's been trying at that for some time now, and he's a very talented coach. So it's actually kind of a surprise it's taken him 10 seasons to get there. Although he hasn't played in all 10 seasons, so it's probably one reason why we haven't seen him in the finals just yet until now.
Oh, wow, that's exciting stuff.
And then tomorrow night we'll actually have our Old World Conference championship between Wheelie and Boom Shake the Room, as well as Bubba Tattoo and Polyneer Keg Killers. It'll be a good old Orc versus Dwarf matchup there. Nice badge fest for all to enjoy.
I've just gotten word that Coach Kami has just stepped into the chamber, so we should be awaiting. I've got Cabal Vision open here. I'm assuming Dalt has as well, and we're just awaiting for when the gods of Blood Bowl open up the skies, and when Nuffle and when all the wizards do their thing with the crystal balls, and put your own fluff in there. But any moment we'll be down to our semifinal, the Ronnie Rott Invitational, featuring legendary NBP announcer / retired Blood Bowl superstar Ronnie Rott. Good stuff. Oh, Kami's flexing. I want everybody to know that Kami's flexing in the chat. The reason he was delayed was because he was setting up his PS5. And he's launching Blood Bowl on his PS5. So any technical issues that occur in this matchup will directly be responsible because Kami Cozy is playing cross-platform right now with Bort. Because he just thinks he's, the man. So, you heard it here, folks. Folks. The first game of PS5 Blood Bowlery to be streamed is going to happen. I'm not the one playing it, so it won't look right. To me, it'll just be a PS4 stream. But I assure you, somewhere in the back, playing this game on a PS5, and it looks great for them.
I was very curious to see how Blood Bowl 2 performs on the PS5, so it won't be necessarily from his perspective, but we'll at least kind of get a insight on how the game is playing for him, at least there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, from the picture that I've seen, it looks nice. I'm not going to say that it doesn't look nice. It looks really nice. you seen the? Have they said if they was in inducements yet? I haven't seen.
I have just hitting refresh here
I
and
am
haven't
as
seen
well.
it pop up. Yeah, I think we're just waiting on that.
Let me check the. Yeah, it's just a waiting game, you know. It wouldn't be. Here we go. Oh, they're inducing. She's induced. She's being induced. That didn't come
Nice.
out right. That didn't. That's. They are at the inducement phase.
Don't confuse the viewers, Jim.
So, at some point, we will have a match,
They're made out of cake.
and it'll be great. I expect we'll have more viewers once it actually starts. Not that our comedy stylings aren't. Just testing out the chat here, making sure I see that it's perfect. Alright. Good. I'm all of those responses. Alright, so we usually have to wait for it to get out of inducements, right? Here we go. Come on. Any minute now. We'll edit all this out. So it starts in the beginning of the match. Any second now. It's not like there's any inducements. The tournament is structured so there's no inducements.
Yeah, I noticed I got like 10 or 20k in my last matchup.
Yes,
I was like, they could have just skipped the scene. That would have been fine, devs.
Here we go. It looks like it just popped up. All right, we're caballing in, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, after the waits, NBP Old School Rivalry. What division? I don't even remember the division names. I'm such a terrible.
They were
president.
Deep Dark.
That's right.
Because Bort won that division first season and named it that.
That's correct. That's correct.
At the time, I don't think it had a name. Weren't they just like A, B, and C or something along those lines?
Yeah, they were, actually. The whole point was the winners got to christen them. This is right here. Someone in chat knows. Working. All right, great. It was just Burgle telling me the chat worked. Yeah, I was hoping that it was something insightful, but I'll take it. I'll take it. He was very helpful because he's the one who told me that nobody could hear Machuka when we were playing, and people thought I was just talking to myself. So this is an interesting matchup here because you have Afterlife United and Nurgle, which is very interesting. So I don't know. On paper, you would think this matchup would heavily favor the Afterlife United squad. Thoughts?
I am still currently loading in here.
Alright, folks. Just, not a lot of fiber optic cable where the commissioner is. Alright. It looks like Bort is going to receive the ball, because I think the defense is being set up now, but I don't know who won the toss. I'm sure Kami probably told me. Nope, he's just more gloating about his PS5. So just ignore that, and we'll move right along. So I do see right off the bat, it looks like we see a Nurgle Warrior with the Swole package, and I think that we also have a Flesh Golem with the Swole package.
Oh yeah, that out of context, that's quite a fun phrase.
That
Nurgle Warrior has a swole package.
Not a hint of irony in my voice as I rattle off that the swole package. But no, that
shambling court presence.
Yeah, he's that is swole as in the team swole. Now, did you fielded swole for 10th anniversary? Am I correct?
I did. I did. I got beat by the JoJo reference and a overtime thriller, 3-2 actually. Was very very final turn of overtime.
So actually, I'm sorry. It
Uh,
looks like the Nurgle is on offense. The Nurgle is on offense. So, how do you like that? You lost in
even up.
overtime, you said.
Yeah,
That's
was a wild matchup against the Bretonians. Dwarf versus Bretonian. He in the very last turn of overtime, he made a play on defense that scaled pretty much the entirety of the pitch and scored.
oof.
Uh, after
That's
rolling about 6 or more dice, probably close to 10 involved, because he made a block, a pickup, like a handoff, a pass, double GFI kind of situation.
oh man. No
Yeah.
reroll, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no reroll.
Uh,
We were both stark out at that point.
oh wow.
I think the
How,
only reroll was a catch. He had a catch reroll. He rolled a 1 and re-rolled into like a 3 or 4. So
well, considering I lost in the first round of this very tournament to a penalty shootout where I learned that if I had saved my rerolls, I could have had them added onto the total of my penalty kick. But who thinks that's gonna be a thing?
the penalty kicks in this game are just kind of unfun
It was
because
fun
you
to
get that
watch,
far
but yeah.
and then it comes down to the fact that you are literally just rolling d6s at each other to decide who wins the game.
I know it does. It does make you feel like, considering we played 24 turns, it does make you feel like you just wasted a whole lot of your time. But hey, good luck. Good luck to the next round. So some successful hits here so far. Pretty good opening turn for the Night of the Raving Dead. They got a golem on his back. No stuns or removals though. So you kind of you kind of want to see that if you're Kami. So here we go.
Loose ball.
Setting up that cage.
The player needs to secure it. Fast.
I expect we'll see his wrestle. Dr. Norrington, I think he'll pick the ball up with.
The attacker has it.
If I had to venture a guess.
I believe so. He's trying to kind of free up this mummy or Tomb Guardian. Make some more space here for his cage that he's got, and then we'll probably see. Yep, Pestigore is gonna run on up and try to pick up this ball.
Nope. Oh,
Rolls a 2. He's gonna re-roll it. He's got 4. Might as well. Into a 1.
wow. Favorable bounce though. If you're Kami, you
Yeah.
gotta be happy the bounce just went there instead of the opposite. Yeah, that could have been very unpleasant. So, but still an opportunity for more, but a lot of disturbing presence. So, I don't like how it stacks. Is it stack in 2020 rule set? Do we know yet? Because, man, disturbing presence is rough.
I believe it still does stack.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's the only
gathered.
advantage. It's the only advantage Nurgle has, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure there's other advantages, but Kami never picks the easy team to pick. Even in a tournament where you can pick a custom team of undead pieces, he's playing Nurgle. You gotta like that. All right. Now, what do you think is going through Board's head here on defense? What do you think his plan is? Try to post up here on turn 1.
I believe he's gonna get his strong guys in, try to get some hits where he can. But Board, from what I've gathered, usually likes to try to control the physical side of the game here. We can see he's got his Tomb Guardians in there. He's gonna more than likely try to use the Claw of the Block Werewolf here. Maybe try to take out a Rotter here, get some of that decay to trigger. Although with the mark he just played there, he may be trying to hit this Pestigore over here.
Yeah,
with
I think the kill piece, the Pestigore with Claw and Mighty Blow.
Yeah, that's a good target to go for. If you can get in there and somehow make sure you get 2 dies on both your hits here. Although he is going to seem to fall for the Frenzy Trap, but it's not going to matter too much when the block comes out.
But he's got to be... Racist Lauren was an absolute stud in the first match, the first round of that match that I called between Bort and Joe. She did leave the pitch for a portion, but when she came back, she made a difference. Racist Lauren. Hell of a piece. So, and we get a both down, and Bort's not afraid to take the both down. You gotta love it. Just
Yeah, he's only got 2 rerolls on the squad. He went for more skills and players
yes,
in the build.
yes.
So
Yeah, I like the double golem and the mummy and the tomb guardian. Like he definitely went. He definitely said, "I'm gonna punch things," but against that advantage will not be seen necessarily against a Nurgle squad. With all those with those Nurgle warriors. But he doesn't have a beast though. He has no beast of Nurgle, so this is interesting.
yeah, I guess he went without the beast to, spread the cash out a little further to the Tomb Guardians, maybe.
I think so.
And the skills too.
And I
he
think
does
when the
have a
game
reserve.
matters, I think big men. I don't know. I'm on the record as being very anti big men in NBP. I think the Rat Ogre is the only one that's a necessity. I think if you're feeling Skaven, you have to have a Rat Ogre. That's the only thing I'm willing to comment on. I mean, I don't even run them in my chaos.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone.
So Cozy had the chance for a swinging door here, but instead he's going to just reinforce the strong side, and looks like he's just going to go for a battle here.
Yeah, I see that as well. I see a dig in. You're right, because he could have posted up. He could have put himself in position with the screen and the ball. That he could have swung and had a good screen on the other side. But you're right. I definitely think he wants to make punches happen. He's gonna make this a battle, and I like it.
That's it. Get in their face.
We may even see the Pestigore with Claw Mighty Blow stand up and block,
Yeah.
moving forward, because he did squeeze the guard Nurgle warrior into this little flesh golem werewolf thrall situation over here on the right sideline. Or
Yeah.
would be Cozy's left sideline. I'm spectating from the view of Bort right now.
Yeah, I always hold possession here like I'm playing Madden 98. I flip with possession changes like an old school interception. Here we go.
Yeah, there's the hit on the werewolf. The 2 kill pieces just trying to kill each other here.
Correct. Ooh, great luck right there. But I always wonder if Kami did kind of bait him in a little bit, But it didn't pan out. The werewolf survived the hit. Racist Lauren. And werewolves have not done well in the Ronnie Rott so far. I mean, Racist Lauren did contribute to the game, but I mean, as far as staying on the pitch, I've seen my werewolf lasted like 2 turns. Wolfman did not have nards, and did not come back.
I would say in my match against Dr. J that the werewolf was probably his MVP. It ended up with the ball quite a lot, and then was just getting down and being a menace in like any situation it got into. He was really good at protecting it though, so I wasn't able to get like any reliable hits.
That's really what it is.
Or
like,
fouls.
You have to protect the damn PC. You leave your werewolf out to dry, and you're just asking for it.
Oh yeah.
And I did that because I'm dumb.
Like on a normal necro team, werewolves have big targets on them. Most people are head hunting those things real quick because you can kind of
you can
down
hobble a necro team. Yeah. No question. No question. They're the undoubted star on a necromantic team. The werewolf. I don't even think it's close. Although we'll see in Blood Bowl 2020 with the Wraith. That's very interesting to me. That's a new positional, correct? That is completely new to the game of Blood Bowl.
It is. They're swapping the whites for wraiths.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the team sheet yet. I've tried to avoid spoilers
it's hard.
Just a bit because I want to wait till I actually have the rule book in my hand and can like flip through stuff. But
I feel you.
I think from what some people have said, they're very similar. They just kind of changed the name to be more fitting to the Halloween style that they're going with the Necro team.
It makes more sense too for further diversification from the Undead Squad. I think that's the way to go. Burgle's saying Wraiths have sidestep and block. Is what he's saying. So that's interesting. Very interesting.
It's very neat. Have that that pro elf blitzer. on the team.
That's cool.
Essentially.
Maybe it's a dead Pro Elf Blitzer. Let's
Probably
look into
don't
that.
have the AG4 though.
No, probably not. So it's just a nice slow. We knew this was going to be a dig in. We knew there was going to be punches. It's really good. Oh, Carl on boom mic is knocked unconscious,
Paying attention.
and that is a thrall.
This could
another.
just be my ignorance here, but are all of Bort's players named after people that were on the Real World TV show, or is he just like role playing that, or?
I would think that, but Thick Thought is not. To my knowledge, Thick Thought is not a real world cast member. Considering thought wasn't even a slang when the real world was on television, so that might also be a thing. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm sure that was a role that the producers.
You know
were,
what I suspect happened is Bort named half of the team, drank a fifth of bourbon, and then passed out, and then woke up and just finished the team in a haze, and that's why some of the players have thought out names, and some of them are Thick Thought. That's my theory. That's my theory. You know, I don't know that's what happened, but hey, I'm ready to make a guess.
Oh yeah. Bort is going to start his own animated show for MTV off of this team, the Real World Hades, and it's going to be these characters but animated.
Man.
That's it.
The 9 lives this werewolf has. That's the second claw mighty blow hit that werewolf has skated by, avoiding.
Yeah, Cozy is like opened up the left side of the field here.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, because the werewolf is going to be able to kind of get out anything that Cozy sends down this alley on the sideline. But at least he can't get through there.
Yeah, yeah, and you'll see that with Kami's play. He's not a big cage guy. He's a screen guy. He likes to screen, and it's his play style. It works for him. I mean, obviously he's won the league championship. I mean, he went on quite a run there. Oceania League, I believe, champion, NBP, former league champion. There's probably another one in
within
there.
like 2 days of each other.
Yeah, I know. It did. It's just like this very, very, very much John Elway vibes, back-to-back Super Bowl vibes for sure. But he's been playing this game for God, probably as long as we've been friends, and I've known him for 24 years. So that's a lot of Blood Bowl playing. So that's a lot of salt. Just think about how much salt that is in human terms. How many ones are there in 24 years of playing Blood Bowl? I shudder to think about it.
Yeah, we were talking about like how long some people have played Blood Bowl in the Discord server, and like Cozy has played longer than I've been alive, and then also like a few other coaches too.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's got the screen. You can see him. He's got the that appeals. You won't see that. Oh, he does reroll that. Interesting. Oh, I guess he did. If he didn't, he could have potentially left that. Bort's too good of a player. Yeah, he had to plug that up, because otherwise, with him down, he could have pushed back, and then he could have cracked his line. So they both still have 2 rerolls though. 2 rerolls. We're going in third turn defending for Real World Hades. So far, we just have, I believe, just the 1 knockout on the Thrall is our only removal at the moment.
Yep,
Okay.
only removal so far. But he does have an extra Thrall on the sideline, so if he doesn't come back, he can just kind of throw him in there.
I was so excited. My team was all special pieces and Thralls, and I didn't get to use Bloodlust once. Well, first of all, my Vampire was shit canned by turn 4, but apart from that, I didn't get to use Bloodlust once.
Oh man, so the Thralls were just kind of there as punching bags at that point, weren't they?
At that point, they just had slightly better scats than skeletons or zombies. That's really it. Oh man, this kill piece tete-a-tete that's going on between Mr. Spatula and racist Lauren is something to behold here.
Oh
He's gonna
yeah.
surf. He's gonna
Oh,
surf.
set up the surf.
Oh
There it
man.
is.
The fence.
Armor roll injury. Ooh.
Huge. That's is that decay kicking in?
Yeah. Double badly hurt and then regen. Nice.
It succeeded even though it said failure, right? It's the visual glitch.
Ooh, good question.
Yes, the regen was a succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the regen was a 5. But in
Yeah.
my screen, he doesn't. They don't walk over to the reserves pitch for some reason.
Yeah, decay. I think decay is what causes that little glitch there, because
That makes
players
sense.
without decay do usually walk over.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should come back unless there's some kind of weird glitch that happens. But yeah, he should be back for the next drive.
That'll be one of the next squads I make. I'm waiting on a shambling undead team in the mail. Looking forward to, well, I guess the shambling undead team. There's only one. I don't know why I said a shambling undead team. The official Blood Bowl, well, Games Workshop one. Some of my favorite sculpts in all of the new any of the releases I've seen. Those freaking the mummies in that sculpt look so freaking cool.
Oh yeah. The new mummies that are like chunky.
Yeah.
They
Thick
they're
boys.
just beefy monstrosities. They look so good.
Oh, stand firm.
Oh yeah, good old
Board is
Stand Firm.
closing
He
in,
is
though.
gonna get a second hit here.
So it is interesting. Kami had the lane, but getting that kill piece off the pitch, that hurt him. But that's where Frenzy's, like, I can never use Frenzy properly. It always hurts me. I never think, ooh, I can get a surf out of this if I think right. You know, it's just a testament to good coaching. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. I'll keep trying. Here we go. Are we gonna see a hit on Ian the? I'm not even gonna say that, but we'll get a hit. We'll just call him the Tomb Guardian.
Is this gonna be enough to come out on top?
Oh
Do you
yeah.
think we see a foul here? Do you think we see a foul on that? It's not the swole piece that's down, right? So maybe not. But you can get a flesh golem out of the game. I don't know. That's pretty big.
Block on block action. Gonna
He'll
push
take
him.
the push. I think he stays. Nope, follows up.
Following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's slow moving. I don't know 100% what the strategy is here either way, but I mean, just a slow, methodical murder up the pitch, I guess. Here we go. Mummy's going down.
The strength of a bear.
He's fouling something, right? Like, I can't imagine you have big pieces like that lying on the ground and you don't foul.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of the thought behind the high armor. Maybe you have to kind of devote too many pieces to make the foul efficient right here in
Yeah.
the grind, where
That's true.
really kind of tumultuous here for the Pestigore back here, because he's gonna have to try
Rerolls into, but he did do his job. The Mighty Blow Claw does get Anthony Everdrunk off the pitch, and we have our first regen failure. So he's broken armed. He's not coming back, ladies and gentlemen. He is not coming back.
It does set up kind of a sticky situation here with the Pestigore just kind of hanging out, because now a ghoul can get back there down the alley, and then you can kind of send the werewolf in to get a double hit. Actually, you could potentially get 2 hits if you do it the right way. I mean, you can with the frenzy, but 2 into 1 for sure. But you could potentially finagle a double 2 die, because we will probably see. Ooh, well, he just cut himself off with that block. He had the guaranteed blitz back there, but then the rotter getting pushed back is gonna kind of muddle up things now. He's gonna have to hit this rotter away.
Right. He's trying to figure out a way to get that the werewolf blitz, right? Werewolf blitz on the ball carrier. That's where you're trying to get.
Yeah. Well, he had it before till he hit the rotter. I guess he was trying to knock down the rotter and free up the
Yeah, so now he
blitz
goes
without a dodge.
frenzy on the piece. So here we go. Interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna jam Cozy in a little more here.
Now he can still. I can see his play now. He can use the ghoul.
Yeah.
He might just be bored. Might just be playing cerebral defense here. He might not even be trying to go for the ball, which is probably more likely. He's probably just pushing, and just using that swelter defense. You know, let him make a mistake, or let Kami try to figure out how he's going to break through. But we've got one. So we've got one removal on one side and 2 on the other. So Kami has a 1-player advantage right now. On the 1-piece advantage, I should say. Really thinking about it. I would have made it 2-minute turns, but this is my first comp that I made since getting back into the swing of things, and I totally forgot to set 2-minute turns.
Oh, were they 3 minutes? I didn't even notice
that
when I played.
They're 3-minute turns, yeah. That's the testament to the good quality of the coaches here that nobody really noticed, and nobody chastised me for it. So now we have our first failed regen on the Pestigore side, on the Nurgle side, as Chuckles, the Rotter, has been injured with a broken hand, and he will not be back.
Oh man, my stream froze.
Oh.
I got right to that block and then it froze up on me. There we go.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Kami still has possession though, but it's definitely tightening it in up on him. But it might not be, because he has like half his team who's wide open here. He could totally just cut across the formation and screen on the other side of the pitch, and he still has all the time in the world.
Yeah.
With a player that has 6 movements and 2 GFIs. I mean,
Cozy absolutely loves to do that. That's like one of his signature moves. Like if he was a wrestler, that would be one of the signature moves.
I know.
One of the 5 moves of doom for him would be the swinging door offense.
Yeah. It works though, because now think about it. Like, if he can get those 1 or 2 pieces out, he could totally reconstitute and put himself in front with this wall on the other side. He's just thinking about how he can do it, and he can. It's set up. It's definitely doable. He's gonna need some dice to go his way, obviously, but I mean, that's the game. There's just nothing as pure as Blood Bowl. I don't know.
I think we may see the Pestigore stand up here and blitz onto this white. Yep.
Called it. Yep. Money.
Knocks him down, potentially kills him. Let's see how Claw plays out. Nope.
Narrator. It did not play out. Mighty blow, but Claw had, what did he roll? He rolled a 4 and a 2. Oof. Oof.
It gets the Rotter downfield. That may be the outlet here. May be able to get a ball to him.
That's always it's another outlet. Like, I never think to do that either. I think that separates always having an outlet piece. Always thinking, that's testament. This is a hell of a chess match here between 2 very high level coaches.
I love that one of his Nurgle warriors is named Mametron 9000. I just imagine every time Cozy hits with that character in his head, he's going, "Kill him, machine."
If you know Kami, you know that how often Kill Him Machine actually comes up in regular conversation. It's
Stay possible.
it's more frequent than your average person. Oh, look at this! Oh, hot dogging. We just saw some Nurgle hot dogging.
Oh, heavens.
That's unfortunate.
Good thing they fixed the glitch that disturbing presence does not apply to your own players anymore.
That's terrible.
Did
Why
you,
would the Nurgle warrior be upset about a Pestigor? I don't understand why a Pestigor would be disturbed by seeing his own Nurgle warrior.
Yeah, when they first implemented disturbing presence, like especially with the Nurgle squad, there was a bug where like it just affected every player on the pitch that was in the squares.
If we had a nickel for every time somebody said flippin' cyanide under their breath here at NBP, we would be millionaires. Literally
Well, I
millionaires.
mean, it's like this season we had some weird glitches in like like league administration side of things.
Yeah.
Like, I would set MVPs, I would look at the results, and it would show them as the ones I set them to. I would confirm game, and then like they would swap back to the ones the game set when after I confirmed.
Oh,
And then I
wow.
would just sit there and look at the game like, wow, really? You did this to me? You have done this.
And there's no going back.
And then there is sometimes a glitch will happen if you change like an MVP for a team. Like the MVPs will go through, but then like neither team gets the winnings for the match. So it's also weird in that one too. I don't
Ooh!
understand this game sometimes.
Failed GFI.
Is this gonna be enough to come out on
Rags
top?
to riches. Best he can do is base now. But pretty good defense from Vort. I mean, does he take that extra GFI?
He
He
does.
does.
All is a dangerous.
He
Mad
does.
lad out here.
Spitting in Nuffle's face. I love it. I love it. Oh, our first foul appearance.
Oh, that's the second.
Oh, it's our
He
second
had
foul
one the last.
appearance.
It's
Okay.
the same guy, I think, when he tried to hit him last turn.
Ooh, that is huge. Racist
Big
Lauren
knockout.
off the pitch. You gotta be feel good about that if you're Kami. You gotta feel good about that. That is absolutely one of Ford's big pieces.
Yeah, that werewolf has been wreaking havoc so far. So the fact
Yes.
that he knocks himself out there on the dodge is
Yeah,
big for Cozy.
absolutely.
Because now he's gonna have a little bit more fluidity here in the offensive zone. He's gonna be able to move pieces a little more freely here and not worry about a werewolf coming in and frenzy blitzing you or claw and block.
Yep.
He is still going to have to get this ghoul off the ball here, but it shouldn't be too hard with the Pestigore. He can just stand up and
Yeah.
hit or move in some assists.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's figured out a way to get his kill piece free to blitz the ghoul with. Because he can get that white blocked back and then get the... Oh, he's just going right straight to Horn's blitz on the ghoul. Pushes him on the ball, I bet.
Yeah, tries to get a good scatter here. Let's see how it goes. Nope.
No, he does. Oh, you know why? Because now he can still chain push him backwards with the Rotter and then use a different Pestigore to pick the ball up. I'm guessing.
I'm actually surprised he followed there instead of staying and then stepping onto the corner for a 2-die with the Rotter.
Yeah, that's a good question. If that's what he's doing. I mean, if that's his plan, then that is a rare misstep. But knowing Kami, I don't expect that to be his plan. So. Yep, here we go. I still suspect he tries to get that kill piece free somehow, if even only to get him over there, even though he's already used his blitz. He'll attack Mr. Featherly to Lars, the producer. Here we go. Just gets another person there.
But now they
Ooh,
must
he's gonna
run.
pile in on this ball.
Yeah, he's really... Yeah, it's
Ooh.
tough.
He's also got
This
some
is
fun hits over here.
Well assisted.
Yep. Gonna free up the other Rotter.
a great game so far.
I think he's gonna free up the skeleton and not follow here because no, he follows. Sets up a 2-die from that flesh column.
Right. He must have. I mean, he's got this Nurgle Warrior free, so is he gonna? Yep, bases that I expected. Yep. So now he's gonna throw what, the red die, or just a 1-die?
He may not even throw the dice here. He probably is just
Yeah.
gonna leave that tied up over there.
That's what a smart person would do. There you
It's
go.
another
Failure on the
claw
armor
mighty
break.
blow hit. Yeah, I don't think the claw mighty blow pieces really hurt anything besides like he hurt a zombie earlier, didn't he?
Yeah. Listen, as somebody who's hung his entire pro career on kill pieces, when they don't pan out for you and you don't have a backup strategy, doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just tell you right now. If you hit a bunch of dwarves in the face and they keep getting up, then you have to have another plan. Otherwise, it falls apart really quickly. Take it from me, reformed chaos coach.
Removal is a lot of fun though.
Oh, it's so much fun when
playing
it
the removal
works.
strategy.
Oh, it's great. Sometimes it's turn 6 and your opponent has, and you surrounded him with 3 kill pieces, and you have 7 other pieces that are just chilling, waiting to score. And then other times it just goes off the rails. So where do we? Is he? I mean, Boris, he's cerebral, but do I see him making a play on the ball this turn? I don't know.
Sometimes the underdog wins the. Not this
It's deep in consideration.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what Bort's got planned here. Ooh.
Oh, here we go. Wow, he still got that reroll on account of the leader. So,
Yeah. He also does too have dodge on the ghoul, so. I wonder if he's gonna try to hit and scatter the ball here out of this little pit he's got going here.
Attacker has an assist.
I think so. Let's see here. He's hitting the ball, scatter. Actually, kind of a neutral / commie favorable scatter. Let's see here what he does.
Come on, guys. Team spirit is the
Yeah,
key.
ball remains marked. It's probably a better spot than it was, but still marked by the Rotter here.
Good call. Intimidation is the key. It's one of my strengths when I was.
Does he waste another hit on that? I don't know. Probably not. Oh, he did. Did he? What happened there?
Yeah,
I didn't even
went
see
for
that
the 1-die
turnover.
skull.
Oh,
1-die thrall hit on the Pestigore, the Wrestle Pestigore, roll the skull, doesn't re-roll it.
all right. So Kami's set up pretty good here. He's gonna need to get this Pestigore. Dr. Norrington, I think, is his best play. He's gotta get Lars off of Dr. Norrington, and then I think he can pick the ball up and then post up downfield and try to screen himself off for the turn 8.
Yeah, because he could get a Shep here could get a 2-die, potentially knock down Lars, move up, and really even a push is fine here. because he can just kind of get the push and follow and mark, and then the pesty can come around and scoop and run away.
Run, yeah. And then he really doesn't have much movement. If he can neutralize the ghoul, if he can go over top of the ghoul, the blockers, that's really going to be his only concern. If he can get the other mummy marked, which he should be able to, presuming. Yeah, see, there we go.
Come on, guys. Together.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Now he's got a lot more
foot.
options. That was one of the first things. And now he can. Now he has that piece up to mark. He has 2 pieces free now that can mark that ghoul, and he can go over top now with that blitz piece on the ghoul, or even just base him in the corner. Which, yeah, I expected him to do that, which he did. That makes sense. Well, now he really only has to get somebody on that mummy, which really probably isn't as much of a worry as that ghoul. So, yep.
The 2-die pushes here. It's gonna let him. Yeah.
That makes sense. I can see why you did that now. Now he gets the chain in, and he pretty much blocks. It pretty much shuts the mummy down anyway. Because one movement the mummy needs to go around. He can't go around. He can't dodge. That in effect completely removed the mummy from the equation. Ooh, man, Kami's just gotta be. You can do everything right, folks. You can do everything right, and then the dice just spit in you, and Kami can't score this turn. Can he? Oh yeah, he can. I was thinking that he's got other pieces that can. I was thinking I didn't notice the pieces he had that were within scoring range. It's going to be very hard, but it's doable with no
Yeah,
rerolls.
he could
Even
manage
harder.
to.
But he can.
He could manage to do some shenanigans with that other Pestigore, and then go pesty to pesty in the end zone, maybe. Bort's kind of just thinking his turn through here. Board is actually sitting in a pretty good spot too, though. This is pretty much neutral field, though, at this point, because he has a chance to score, but Bort can kind of shut it down in some capacity.
Right. Here we go. So yeah, I don't know. It's just another great battle of wits. The wake ups are going to be huge at the half here. If Racist Lauren doesn't come back, then that's really going to change the complexion of this one.
Yeah, without Lauren
Oh, he
coming
banana
back in this
peels on a GFI. Oh, because I'm in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter if I'm playing. Doesn't matter if I'm spectating. Beware. This time be special. It'll get you. It'll get you everywhere it'll get you. One re-rolling one, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise known as the tripwire.
Ooh.
But here in NBP, it's affectionately known as the Stymie Special. Because it's my special move.
So now the Chaos Warrior, or Nurgle Warrior, can hit the white here. All he needs is really a push. And he can get up and throw some guard in there and get the
he could actually push
ghoul.
the guy so he doesn't even need the GFI. So you're saying he could push Mr. Featherly? So he wouldn't even need the GFI, potentially? If he can get him one block up?
There's only one word to say.
Oh no, it was more so to get the ghoul off the Pestigore so you could run away
what are
without
the
having
odds
to
of
dodge.
4 1s in a row? Because that's what 2 skulls are, right?
Yeah, skulls are ones on the die.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. So
And
6
then
is a
one
pow,
shows up
5
in the
is
armor,
a...
too.
What is 5 a stumble? 4 and 3 is a push, and 2
Yeah.
is a boat down?
Yep.
That's for you coaches, if you need to play Blood Bowl and you don't have block dice. You don't need block dice, kids. You can use a regular old D6. It's just not as visually appealing.
I think I remember Cozy saying, like, when the like
Yeah,
original
when it started, it
editions of Blood Bowl
was. Yeah, I don't think they didn't have block dice. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just D6s.
that's crazy, but makes sense. Well, we're not going to see any scores in the first half here. But we don't necessarily know we expected that. We knew it was going to be a slugfest. We knew it was going to be knockout. We knew it was going to be drag out. But still, I did not expect. I did not expect all. Heck of a first half. It always is. It always is. And Bort obviously can't score. He doesn't even have anybody on the other side of the pitch. Foul appearance. Is it the same guy? Is it the same guy? Just lacrosse or lactose the intolerant? That's clever. Lactose the intolerant.
Ooh. Rotter gets KO'd here, but not the ghoul. Alrighty.
Wow, one half that was a quick half. Ooh, I like the color scheme on the Real World Hades. Did you see it hit the dark light or whatever? There was like a neon green. Maybe only I saw that, folks. But it looked really good.
No, their green is very neon.
Good.
Very fluorescent green.
Let's just say
especially
I've never noticed
the
it
shorts.
Yeah.
That the flesh golems have on there and their cleats too.
That's one thing I like. We can make fun of Cyanide all we want, but like I love how the models look. Like how they look like painted miniatures. Like that's one of the things I really. And if you look really deep on them, like you can see, like I like it. I get inspiration from the character models, which is when I do my mini painting, which is not something. We never really compliment Cyanide, so they didn't do this wrong.
Yeah, I love the models. I think that's one reason too. I have a big preference towards the 3rd edition models because I started playing Blood Bowl on this and not tabletop, and so when I started looking at the 3rd edition models, they look pretty similar to a lot of the ones in this.
Yeah.
So it was very nice to kind of have some similarities there. I do like the new edition sculpts though. The scale sizes is very nice.
I love the scale. The scale is, it makes picking regular pieces like painting big men, and painting big men can't even imagine how much easier that's gonna be. But I like the scale because I painted that human scale, 3rd edition human team. That was not getting in there on those trying to paint the eagle, the golden eagle on their shoulder pads and alignment. Oof. I wish I could go back and repaint now everything I know what I now. But all right, so second half here. Bort is going to be receiving the second half play here. It looks like Racist Lauren is still out, ladies and gentlemen. That is huge. That is huge. No Racist Lauren. And an injured zombie versus Kami is down a rotter. So both sides are down a rotter via injury, but Kami is also down, Bort is also down his werewolf. So he does have those strength pieces though. He does. I like how he kind of made a Khemri team with an Afterlife United team. Like with the 4 Tomb Guardians, but they're Flesh Golems, a Mummy, and a Tomb Guardian.
Yeah, it's a nice little combo he's got going there.
Yeah.
Oh man, booming it.
Extra reroll.
What a boom!
Coffin kick. Beautiful. I love when you don't have kick. No, he plays dangerously. It usually works out for him in that regard. Here we go. First block.
Roast elf heart.
Against Capasega. We got a mummy, mighty blow mummy on a Morgul warrior. Mainetron. But Mainetron is going to be okay. Oh, here we go. Another hit.
Yeah, Cozy went very brave here. Put the Nurgle Warriors on the line, knowing that he had mummies.
Strength disadvantage, yeah, and
Yeah.
columns to deal with.
Ooh.
Oh!
Halflings round a sandwich.
Alright, Nuffle. That's enough stymie specials now. If you're gonna count skulls like that, technically that's not a stymie special, but it's still 2 1s. So, like, that's a lot. That's a lot now. For one game. Ooh, the tool swole pieces are staring off at each other. You like that? It's a swole down. Thick thought and shambling corporal presence.
Well, he salvages the turn out with that reroll. He's able to at least go scoop with the, or attempt to scoop with the ghoul here late, as long as this doesn't, ooh, block on block.
Oh, block on block and nothing happens. Interesting. So you'll appreciate this. So, Season 11, I'm going probably Chaos Dwarf, but I can't decide. I have a Chaos Dwarf team that's named after Clutch songs, and I have a Chaos Dwarf team that's named after failed wrestling gimmicks. And I do have a dev squad that's already been deving that has also named with failed wrestling gimmicks, like the JV squad for developing pieces. So
Nice.
I can't decide, but I'm leaning
good for
towards the
Hal.
wrestling. It's WrestleCrap and then WrestleCrap JV squad is the teams. Ooh, went for the gang foul. Love a good gang foul, but failed. All he did was he put a boot in his butt, and he's still on the pitch.
Yeah, stun is at least going to help position-wise here. Ooh, what a scatter. That's not bad at all. That's probably where he was going to end up moving the ball anyway.
Right. Yeah, seriously. But, I don't know. I mean, he did invest a lot of pieces to get that, to go for that gang foul. So he's pretty well concentrated. But, I mean, that's where you'd want to concentrate them, so who's to say? Who's to say if anything is correct? That's pretty much, I know as much as Chris Collinsworth, ladies and gentlemen. Only I don't lie and say I know more. And I talk a lot
So
less
he-
about penetration. Just saying.
So, Cozy could come back and blitz one of these thralls. He would need a GFI, but he could get the horns, mighty blow, claw hit on the thrall. Claw is irrelevant in that block, but
Yeah,
mighty
but
blow is still
I
relevant.
it counts. Because the guy's scared. You know, and I think that determines the dice roll. These are the things that I think, whether or not they're correct.
Oh yeah, it's like you're getting hit by a guy with claws. It doesn't matter if you have AV7, he's still gonna hit you with his claw
Exactly.
hands. He's still gonna, they're still gonna hurt.
Exactly. It's still going to be much maiming. Man, I just can't get over that. For those folks out there who are listening to me, of course, I think it's everybody who's involved in NBP here, but just in case anyone isn't, NBP-pro blogspot.com for the
Yeah,
website.
Blogspot.
Yeah. But I was thinking of the olden days where, like, before Discord and bots that scrape results, like, it blew my mind seeing that first results breakdown in the Discord chat where it was like tackles made, tackles attempted, like, you know, like every single stat any person could want. And I just remember rewatching all these matches by hand to record
Yeah.
injuries
Off the field.
when there was a bot out there that could have been scraping this data the whole time. Although back then there wasn't. That's the point. There wasn't. I
Yeah.
believe some of these bots are relatively new. That is absolutely huge, by the way. Just like we suspected, Kami goes in on that, gets the knockout, and now he's threatening just to shove this ball in with a defensive score. We may see a defensive score here.
Oh man, I actually, I had a coach who thought that I did watch every single game that was played, like all the pro and all the foundry games. And he was like, if you need somebody to help you watch games, I can do that. And I was like, bro, I use the bot. I was like, I literally just go to a website and it tells me everything I need to know. I am not watching I am not watching like 20 Foundry League games and 16 pro games.
Yeah, I
a
was about to
week.
say, somebody
No,
who's
thank you.
watched 16 pro games a week, or 14 pro games a week, I think when I was, because we had 28 coaches back then. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, even with the replays being like way more condensed when you're like,
Yeah,
hitting R1 through them. Ooh,
yeah,
it's still rough.
yeah. Oh
Still
yeah, it is. It
But
is.
I do go back and watch replays. Like, if I see some wild game pop up on the bot or people talk about it in the Discord, like, I go back and check those out. Because I always love seeing some highlights.
He didn't
Now,
seem
I just wished I had
commies.
the constitution that
Yeah,
He won't leave you
what's
alone.
his name has, Dan has, to go and make highlight videos of your own games. Ooh, I love those.
that's awesome. Listen, anyone who spends stupid time on this hobby of ours is somebody that I can get down with any day of the week. I like it. I like it.
Uh,
Nope, we avoided.
we
We weren't going to see another Stymie special, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry.
we just kind of glanced over the fact that Rodder like dodged through a gap and then made
Yes.
two GFIs there with only and needed the reroll just for the GFIs. That's wild.
That is wild, actually. And a foul appearance triggers. Oh man,
The attacker has
is this Nurgle team a dark horse candidate for the Ronnie Rott right now? Well, who knows? I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it seems like almost like I would say like 25% or more of the blocks taken against the Nurgle Warriors have been foul appearance.
Yeah, it's really come through. Foul appearance has really come through for him.
now it's
He's just gonna come down and mark the ball.
getting the ball at
I
their
guess he's gonna try to hit the Rodder here with the white. He's gonna double back and go punching.
Yeah, he's got plenty. He's got the white there. He's got another ghoul. Oh no, that's not a ghoul. Wow. He's got a
Skeleton.
thrall there. That thrall is kind of ghoulish. Seriously, he's just wearing a shirt. He's even hunched over the same. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Thralls are just big ghouls without dodge.
Pretty much. And their skin is less ashen. But that's about it. Here we go.
close and personal, Bob.
I'm really regretting giving these coaches 3 minutes. Again, it was purely accidental. But really
Does he go for
regretting
the
it.
push here? No. He doesn't go for the scatter. Just kind of gums up the ball situation a little further.
But really not that bad. Connie can still get the 2-die, crack the white back to get the push, and still blitz to kill the ghoul, and then scoop the ball right up and be in a favorable position at the moment. The board's gonna have to do something. Either get that thrall all up in that thing. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why I said it
Lay
like
down
that.
for a 2-die.
Yeah,
Thrall getting a 2-die stumble and ship the Rodder here. Carl on Boom Mike delivers a KO. Little reverse of the table here.
Yeah.
Carl on Boom Mike was KO'd in the first half. Now that
He probably
somebody
has
has
some
knocked
kind of
him out,
concussion.
he learned how to knock other people out. He's like,
He definitely has some kind of concussion. Like, why are we? He shouldn't even be playing, to be honest. What are other concussion protocols for Blood Bowl? They don't have concussion protocols when players can die, I guess.
I think that one of the injuries is called a concussion or something like that.
Yeah, badly concussed, right? I think that's
yeah.
one of them. Badly concussed.
But I feel like if you're knocked out, like to get knocked out, your brain like has to touch your skull, right? Isn't that like?
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that like a thing that happens?
I think so.
That's when.
Well, that's what concussions
happens,
are.
right?
Concussions
When your
are, yes,
Yeah.
because it's an actual contusion on your brain when your brain rubs up against your skull, or knocks up against it, or gets driven, or anything. Yes, but I believe that's correct. Knockout, I think, is just a response when like your head turns like so far. Like I think there's that point where if anybody gets their neck rocked so far in one direction, like you're going out, whether you like it or not. I'm not sure that's what that is, but not a lot of safety in Blood Bowl here. Not a lot of protocols observed. I checked my Twitch. I can't believe I have over like 3,000 stream lifetime views. That just seems absurdly high to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, whoever's going to be in the Knuckle Challenge Series Season 10 final, that's going to be a match. I'm definitely calling that one. I mean, that's going to be
Oh yeah.
that's going to be a culmination. The championship match for our 10th season. I mean, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Going to be
It's going to be
Exciting
a
stuff.
high elf squad, coached by Shushnik, and then either orcs or dwarfs. So
Ooh,
be a
so
crazy matchup
so
either
no
way.
matter what, it's the prototypical agility bash match because
Absolutely.
we're either seeing high elves against orcs or high elves against dwarves. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting stuff. Well, now it's
Oh
all
yeah.
mucked up. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I don't know who's going to get the ball.
Yeah, there's bodies everywhere around this ball.
Yeah.
The white
It,
is going to get knocked down here. A 5 and a 6 on the black dice here.
I mean, the advantage is at the moment Kami's only because the ball is so deep in Bort's half, and nobody has any scores. You know, like and we're in the second half. Like, so that's really the only reason at this moment. And that stun is huge, huge stun. That's the first time I've ever seen that animation. He did like a big boot. He like ran in. It was like a soccer kick, almost like a Randy Orton punt. It was something else. Ooh!
Ooh!
Peter Heron makeup is knocked out. That's huge. That's huge. The knockouts, the removals are just piling up here.
Goes for the coin flip. Re-rolls the coin flip.
Gets it.
Does he make the dodge?
Get the dodge.
Because he does have a mummy just looming over him now. That mummy can blitz without.
Yep.
Ooh, he does make the dodge.
He does make the dodge. Now does he do the now the GFIs I feel like are irrelevant. You wouldn't risk those, correct? Because you don't need the movement, you have plenty of time, the guy can still catch you. If you take that, the ghoul's still catching you, regardless of how much you move. Now that ghoul still has
I think just staying put there is probably the right move.
He does have a free he can bring the Intolerant down. And yeah. So I freaking love Nurgle Warriors. I mean, I love Chaos Warriors, so by extension I love Nurgle Warriors. Chaos Warriors gotta be my favorite piece, I think. So good.
Oh
just
I love the Chaos Warriors.
So good. Friggin' just I don't know, I just like it a lot. And I like
take one of the GFIs.
War Dancers. He does take
here.
Yeah. There must have been a reason for that. I think it was less so to be close and more so to move him so that he was like in a column and to protect him somehow from
keeps him out of the way of the Thrall. The Thrall could have got back there with some dodginess. He could have just dodged the corner, but now he's gonna have to dodge the corner and move an extra square. Probably doesn't have the move to get back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's a dodge and a GFI to get back there.
And the important part thing is that Bort is down pieces. He's out positioned. He's low on rerolls. So really challenging turn for Bort right here to see where he goes from here. He has an opportunity, but his ghoul is penned in, so he's gonna have to take dodges or he's gonna have to blitz and push down. But any blitz he does that's not on the ball carrier, which he really can't even do, is gonna be sacrificing a score to Kami. It's tough. And Kami's even in a position where he can solidify and stall. But it's not impossible. You know, it's almost like Bort, he has to play like the long game, right? Like set himself up for a better turn 12 instead of necessarily trying to pull it off on this turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, moving the mummy down like that
appeals.
Sets him up to make a ghoul dodge into a blitz. Ooh, Stymie Special.
Stymie Special, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we can all laugh, we can joke, but when you say, I want the president to call my game, think about that. Think about it. Think long and hard if you really want the president of NBP to call your game. Because you are opening yourself up to at least 1, 2, 3 sets of Stymie Specials. This might be an all-timer, to be honest, between that and the skulls on the dice.
Yeah, quite a lot of ones here.
It's an exceptional amount of ones.
And then a
So
1 shows up in the armor too after that. So it was 1141 total on those dice.
gotta feel good if you're Kami
Although,
right now. Because right now,
although when
Bort can't get him with this piece. The ghoul can still get him, but not if he puts a hit on that ghoul. Once that ghoul goes down, then he's gonna be able to stall at least a few turns, and it looks like he is.
Yep. Ooh, KO too.
Oof, that is. It's the power of the PS5, baby. Nuffle is shining down on those who helps those who help themselves.
4 KOs and a Kaz so far for Bort squad. That's 5 total.
It's like 4
Out of
Fs and a
his
D.
12. And he's got 6 players left. Right? He had 12, lost 5.
And none of them have movement. It's important to note of the 6 players that are still on the... And there's a Dub Skulls. So there's another Stymie special, but this time it was re-rolled. Well, not really a Stymie special, more just 2 Dub ones, but you know what I'm saying. And now that one's off the pitch. This has... The momentum switch that has just occurred, ladies and gentlemen, has been one of the most perverse and quick I've ever seen in the history of Blood Bowl. This has turned very quickly. And all the only pieces he has left have no movement. Tomb Guardians and Flesh Golems aren't catching up to anyone.
We very well could be on path for a 1-0 pitch clear here. Because now Cozy can just kind of stall at will at this point.
And it's res too, so there's literally no punishment. He doesn't even have to worry about his pieces being injured for next game. There's no downside to this strategy right here because it's a resurrection style tournament here in the Ronnie Rott Invitational.
Another
2020.
pal.
So the winner of this match will get him some. Now, just correct me if I'm wrong, Dole. Is this the first of the final 4 matches to be adjudicated? When this is done, we'll have one of the final. That will be into a final 4 member. The other 3 matches, have any of them happened yet?
I know that the other block is not yet onto the final 4. I mean, they're on the. They have like 4
the matches
left,
are.
but none
Yes,
of them have been,
this might be the first of the semifinal matches or quarterfinal matches that's happening. Because after this, the winner of this match, goes into the block, the B block final, not the tournament final, the B block final, and then the winner of the B block final gets a ticket to get into the final, which is a 2-legged tie. Listen, we like our competitions to be confusing. We like them to have a lot of rules, but I assure you, it's actually not that confusing. It's a 16 teams, 2 8-team tournament eliminators of res-style teams, undead teams, necro teams, what have you. The winners of that go into a 2-legged tie with injuries intact, a non-res style 2-legged tie. So, because that way we figure it makes it interesting, because you can try to kill everybody in the game 1, or you can play it safe in game 1. Who knows?
Oh yeah, because you very well in the first game of the 2-legged tie could see a team win, but then suffer, like devastating losses, and then just get railroaded in the second one. So,
Exactly.
Ooh, another KO for the real world Hades here.
Getting close to that pitch clear.
Yeah.
If I
1,
were,
2, 3, 4,
and
5.
I'm not a betting man, but if I were Carl on Boom Mic, I'd be calling my wife and kids. And I would tell them that I love them, and I hope that the real world Hades has good health insurance, because that guy is not gonna get a chance to make a hit on that ball carrier. That's
We may even see Cozy run down and mark him, and then double back with the ball carrier and blitz, because he's got the mighty blow, and just go for that pitch clear. Or we could see the other Pestigore come up and hit him into the ball carrier, and then the ball carrier take a mighty blow hit. Yep. But I'm just very greedy like that when it comes to pitch clear special comp games, because, as you said, there's really no punishment to do it if something goes awry down there.
Yes, exactly. That's what makes special comps so much fun. And the fact that you can, now that we can do custom teams and all the races are represented, like, it really opens it up. And just in time for it to get really good, it'll be time for Blood Bowl 3. Which I think it is time. I think this client is creaking. Like, I don't think you can staple any more updates onto this Blood Bowl 2 client before it just disintegrates into sand and says, stop it.
They
No, I
just
can't
kind
handle
of
any more
waited
title
too long.
updates.
That was the
Yeah.
issue on
Yeah.
not Blood Bowl 3, but like updates in general for
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
I think that comes down to like the devs got sold, so it's probably not entirely their fault. There was
Right.
probably some CEO involved that delayed updates
I
and
just
such.
remember when I started playing in Blood Bowl, it was on Blood Bowl 2 on PS4 with Kami, and it was like, within 4 months we're going to get Norse. It was like, we may get a Norse team. Like, and that was like the start where they... Because when I started, there was only like, what, 8 teams? I think Wood Elves and Lizard Men were the exotic teams. Because they were like the pre-order or the DLC teams or whatever. And then it was like, then they just kept releasing teams. But it took far too long. I mean... They do the same. The Sims does the same thing. Why does every time they release a new version of The Sims, they make like 850 expansions, and then the new version makes the same expansions over again?
True story. There's always like a college life update for the Sims
Right,
for every
exactly.
edition, and then like, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
just as
guess
we
it's-
suspected, he did take the blitz with the ball carrier to take advantage of the mighty blow, but Carl on the boom mic stood up. He didn't give up. Although he is going to be blocked right now because he's going to be able to pick up Burl and base him, so he has no chance of getting to the ball carrier. But we can pretend.
I halfway wonder if Burl stands up and fouls.
That
I don't know
would
if
be
Cozy
amazing.
is gonna commit to a pitch clear like I would / probably you would as well. But
Absolutely. I know he would. And but the problem is it's against Bort, so I think he knows better because he knows what happens. Bort especially knows what happens when you piss in Knuffles' face when you have a guaranteed or very
he
likely
did it.
win. He did it. He did
the
it.
mad
Yes.
lad.
Stepping on the player's neck.
Crotch
Free
jump.
foul on an AV7 injury
Huge.
and no send off.
Wow. I mean, the only reason I think he did that was because he must have had to have been somewhat confident. He's got this game pretty well locked down now. It's going to take quite an
Let's call
act.
him blitzes,
Doesn't even get pows.
pushes.
Doesn't even get pows.
I reckon
Wow.
he stays here and then tries to.
Dude, I don't know,
double
man.
PFI.
I'm starting to think that this Nurgle squad might be a dark horse for this whole thing. Like,
They're
Nurgle,
pretty well built.
they're well built, and they really interacting with the other regen teams very well.
There's always room in
Like there's a lot of advantage that Nurgle has against these subset of teams specifically. Crazy.
Bort down to just 4 players here.
Wow. I want to make I gotta make a Nurgle team one of these days. Miniatures. The set looks so cool. I have a problem though. Like, I have to stop buying teams.
One of my buddies that I play tabletop with commissioned a Nurgle team, and a guy built them out of like 40k sets, or maybe not 40k, maybe Fantasy Battle, but ooh, they're very well done, like professionally painted and everything. They look really good.
That's awesome. I love conversions. I've been getting into that lately, just like thinking more so because I want to build like a pitch in a stadium. So I'm thinking of like, I could take this army and they could be eating hot dogs in the stands. Like, these guys could be standing watching this Blood Bowl game instead of like, these skeletons are drafted to fight some sort of endless war in the Warhammer universe. No, these skeletons are just going to sit on a bench and watch an undead team play Blood Bowl.
Those were the skeletons that people wrote "Rest in Peace" on their gravestones.
Yes.
Because everybody knows if you don't have "Rest in Peace" on your tombstone, you're instantly drafted for the Skeleton War.
That's where that came from. I'm gonna start telling people that was a way to prevent necromancers from unwittingly inducting you into the skeleton army. That's why people started putting "Rest in Peace" on their tombstones. That's good. This could not really.
Re-rolls.
Now he's just, like I said, there's almost no chance. I keep saying almost no chance. I feel like a news personality who's refusing to call a certain something that we will not talk about. But there's almost no chance, ladies and gentlemen, for Bort to come back here. And now he's full a 4-post massacre. 4-post massacre.
Ooh.
And we finally
done.
see. That was a hate crime, I'm pretty sure. That one just
I think
happened
so.
there.
Yeah, that could definitely be classified as a hate crime.
I believe that was an NBP
That was-
hate crime.
That was extremely transphobic of Mr. Burrell there.
Terrible. Terrible. So he's got 3 pieces left. He's got yeah. Oof. Oof.
Ooh. Block on block.
Nothing.
Oh
Wow,
man.
and Kami even has the last turn action. He even has the advantage of being able to take the last turn. So there's no chance.
Ooh, does Cozy take the wrestle here for a foul, or does he just
Of
let
course,
himself be
he
pushed?
definitely takes the wrestle.
Yeah. Yep, puts up the foul next turn.
Of course he does. He's going to migrate his whole squad. He doesn't even have to... He's got half of them there. You stand one up, he's already got the foul piece ready to go. It doesn't matter if they get ejected. There's no consequences.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's how Bort can still win. No.
I'm going to put you on 30 million cable systems. I am very smart. Oh, man. I love now Kami's devious Blood Bowl brain is just thinking about ways that it could make it easier for him to gang foul. It's like, how can I do a chain push to get this flesh golem so he's not basing anyone, so I get a plus roll on this gang foul? Okay.
I'm sure he's gonna hit the skeleton here, and then... Oh, he goes for that hit first. Yeah, I would've... Okay. Oh, he's gonna leave himself for more assists on the mummy foul.
Exactly. I told you he's sitting there, advanced blocking so that he can free up pieces so that he can foul the mummy again. I think he's stalling or going for the pitch clear. Whatever happens, I think is what he's saying to himself.
Yeah. Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, exactly. Completely no reason to do that, but why not? I mean, maybe, I guess, Tina I won't say her name. Tina the person. Board has made a very challenging team here. Try to stay woke while commentating. Another stun
Here comes the other team.
on Ian. Or Ian. Maybe it's Ian. Ian. Anyone who gets that reference in the chat gets an immediate berth to pro. If they want one. But they're probably already... Nobody's gonna get that reference. He's going for it. Turn 15. He is gonna try. Can that flesh golem even get there on the next turn? 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he can't. He can't, ladies and gentlemen. He can't get there. He can try so hard.
He's just running them away at this point.
Right. I guess it's just for the pride at this, because, I mean...
I would honestly love to see some ridiculousness here with Cozy, like, fouling on turn 16 and getting sent off, and not scoring, and then just going to overtime.
And then going, no. That's what I was trying to say before, as far as what happens when you piss off Nuffle in these Bort vs. Kami games. Bort once had a game 1, ladies and gentlemen, an actual professional matchup. He had the ball, and he was stalling. And instead of scoring on the turn 16 with no rerolls, he backtracked to throw a 2-die block and dub-skulled. Cost himself the match. And it was one of the craziest and most hilarious things I'd ever seen in NBP. And from that point, that was cemented the Bort-Kami rivalry, because Bort had destroyed Kami in that game. I mean, everything that could have gone wrong for Kami went wrong, much like this game in the other direction. and he cost himself the win by backtracking to throw a mighty blow hit with no rerolls, and he got dub skulled, and it was something else. So we're definitely getting another foul. Here we go.
Goes for the blitz, then he can double back and assist the foul.
Yes, of course.
Come on, kill him.
Ah.
Done. All these armor breaks and no death.
Yeah.
The fans want blood.
Oof. Stepped on his kneecap. Oh. That is one resilient Guardian, though. I will say.
Truly is.
Now the board thing to do, or the thing to do would be on the turn 16, is to go for the gang foul and risk, like you said, risk losing, risk the ejection, and then you don't score, and then it goes to overtime. But I don't think we'll have that. I don't think you'll see that with Kami. He knows how a hard-fought victory against Bort is probably worth more to him than most championships, I would think.
I wonder if we just see the Golem come blitz the Rotter here on the corner with the 2 die, and then nope, he just takes his double GFIs to go stare menacingly at the ball carrier.
Oh man, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Does he stall out the 2 minutes? No, he has one more piece. He's doing the blitz, red die blitz. I love it. And he's going down. And I don't think we'll see anything other than Kami scoring, even though he does have, nope, he doesn't have a reroll. If he had a reroll or anything, I could see him taking a risk. But
Foul the Guardian. Foul the Guardian. Foul the Guardian.
He's gonna do it. Why would you move that piece if you're not gonna do it?
Yeah, he's gonna bring in the Rotter from the side. And
oh my God,
foul.
He's gonna do it. What if he gets an ejection?
Yeah, we go to overtime.
You gotta be kidding me. I have to pee so bad. This can't go into overtime. No, it's a tease! A tease, a fake out! A fake out! And then he runs right in front of the Flesh Golem's face to score the touchdown. Oh man. We have written another chapter in the Bort Kami rivalry, and it may never end, but this one feels good from a completely not impartial standpoint. I know Kami's had some rough matches.
That feels like a taunting penalty. That was definitely taunting right there for that score.
No question. No question. Runs in his face. Oh man, let's look at these stats here. 15 armor breaks. He got that many removals off 15 armor breaks? That's insane. 5 knockouts versus 2. No kills. 1 in just same number of Kaz's, but the knockouts. Man, those knockouts just stacked. Kami had ball possession 62% of the time. Bort never had ball possession at any time. Wow. Just look at here. Of course, SPP is 0. We look at these dice rolls for Night of the Living Dead. Kami rolled 18 ones. Bort rolled 29 ones. But again, ones are not segmented for dice for armor breaks. Mm-hmm. Hopefully in Blood Bowl 3 they segment the armor break dice rolls, because that would tell the real tale. But you still, I mean, and again, look at how many more dice Bort rolled than Kami. Just look at that. Bort rolled double the number of dice in almost every category that Kami did. 18 ones, 27 twos, 28 to 15, 41 to 22. And one coach told me, I believe it was Midway Monster, no longer with us, who knows where the hell he is. But he said, the goal is to roll the least number of dice, not the most. Whoever rolls the least number of dice usually has things going their way, because it means they have to do less risky things, and they have to do less actions per turn to catch up. But 2, less actions means less chances for it all to fall apart. So, any closing thoughts here as let's take a look at that Ronnie Rott actually. Let me go out of here, and while we're still on the chat, I'm gonna hop into the league management and take a look at these brackets. let's
Oh
see
yeah.
here.
Well, the kind of the situation was that Cozy really forced Bort to roll more dice there because
Yes.
that whole second half was set up by the kick.
Yep.
Like the very first turn of the second half, the kick is in the end zone, and then it
Yeah.
scatters out, and then
Yeah.
that just like set the motion for the entire half.
It
So
did.
Blood
It
Bowl is a
did.
weird game like that sometimes, where like one action
Yes.
completely shifts the entire tone of the
Oh,
game,
no
and
question.
the rest of the game is set around that one action
Okay.
in some way.
So actually, A block is down to the final four. It's Graveyard Ghoulies and Bony Rotters. So Machucadora's Bony Rotters, who defeated me via penalty shootout in the opening round, and Rifer's Graveyard Ghoulies are in the Ronnie Rott A block final. That's exciting. Oh man, penalty shootouts. Love Machucator. Great coach. We had a great game. Cracked me up a couple of times. Good people. And I finally learned how to say his name after him only being in the league for, checks notes, 6 seasons or more. So, so now we check over here into the schedule. I'll go ahead and confirm. Yes. So we still have one match to go to determine the final for the Ronnie Rott B, the Los Khemri Kings, and the Underbowl Gods. So that's G. Whitley 36's Los Khemri Kings versus Legends Underbowl Gods. So the winner of Whitley versus Legend will take on Kami, and then Rifer's Machucador is let me see if we can get Kami in the party here. I don't know why I have to join his party, but you should join it as well, Dalt, and then you can talk. Hey, we are still on stream. For some reason you couldn't join our party. We had to create a party, so send Dalt an invite. We're still chatting here. We're going over the Ronnie Rott. How'd that game work out for you, Coach Kami? How you feel after that win? Nothing. Okay. All right. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of it here. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties towards the end, but I want to thank both Bort, Bot 18, Kami Cozy, and of course Dalt MC. Remember to make sure to check out nbp-pro.blogspot.com. You can check out the link to our Discord. Remember, thank you so much for tuning in, and remember to always praise Nuffle.